friends, fans, loved ones. Here, day 2, Amsterdam. First report. I went to the Van Gogh Museum this morning. It was fantastic. I mean, of course it was, right? I mean, Van Gogh, right? They didn't allow photographs, videos of any kind, actually. I had to turn my camera in with my backpack at the entrance. So I was not able to procure a photograph of anything, but I wrote down all of my favorite paintings, and I will create a little slideshow for you and tell you why I like them. So that will be done. Van Gogh was an interesting character. I did find out that it was, in fact, him, the 37 years old, no family, no marriage, no job thing that caused him to off himself. He shot himself in the chest and died 2 days later. Ow. Ow. That is, that's gotta be one painful, long suicide attempt. At any rate, that's kind of the story of his death, but the story of his life is just as tragic. It just is filled with rejection after failure, after rejection, after failure. And he never really got a whole lot of recognition at all in his lifetime, not nearly like what it is after his death. And it occurred to me, you know, as I was kind of wandering the halls there, a lot of big art museums, people get pretty pushy. You know how much I love being touched by strangers, you know, as a surprise. It just, a lot of people being pushy, a lot of people, and it was really difficult, you know. Because it was frustrating for one. It was $14, which is kind of pricey. For two, that was without a map or a guide or anything. So that's the straight bones, just getting in, right? And Van Gogh was all about the people. He was all about painting regular, common, normal people. Not, you know, I mean, he was also all about not being a part of any school of arts, not being a part of this school or that school, or you know, he was all about just expressing things on his own without conforming to anyone else's standards necessarily. And yeah, and so here I am in this really kind of a high-priced art museum where I've been forced to surrender all of my stuff and walk around with people who, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what people's missions are in an art museum. Here's my mission: never buy a guide. Never buy a guide. You use the free map if you've got it, sweet, but the guide has a way of taking away from the experience. The little multimedia thing that they give you, because then you're told what to appreciate and how to appreciate, and I don't appreciate things like that. I don't want you to tell me what the important pieces are. I'll figure it out. Trust me. I mean, I got a brain. And a lot of times too, people's like greatest works or whatever are not the ones that I love the most. Also, here's another interesting thing about great big art museums like that. You're not going to see Starry Night in this museum. You're not going to see some of the most famous things, because of course there's only one of them, and it's probably off at, well, not the Louvre, but the Musée d'Orsay, which is like the Impressionist. Musée d'Orsay is in Paris, and it picks up where the Louvre kind of leaves off. Louvre, sort of mid-18th or 19th century, I can't remember. But it leaves off at a certain point. It's not a real modern type of museum, but the Musée d'Orsay is like all full of Impressionism and stuff. So, at any rate, that is just, museums are really interesting, and I like to kind of wander around in them and get inspired. And it was really inspiring. It really was. also his life just, oh my God, his life is really a trip. Let me take that in the next segment here, because I don't know how much time I have.